Hello guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the Free Hammers. I've just got back from the West Ham Tottenham game. Oh, hurt in the end, didn't it? Tough game. But we didn't help ourselves. 2 errors from Andy Carroll costing the goals. But we had a really good late fight back. But we didn't start playing really until 10 men down. We started well, but let's just go for it, guys. We lined up with Hart, Font, Reed, Bonner, Zabaleta, Noble, Chiatti, Cresswell, Antonio, Hernandez and Arnautovic in. So it was a really exciting lineup when it first got released. On the bench, obviously, you had options like Carroll, Sacco, Ayew, Masuaku to come on if we needed them. They lined up Lloris, Alderweireld, Sanchez, Vertonghen, Uriel, Sissoko, Davis, Dyer, Ericsson, Ali and Kane. So very, very strong from their part as well. But as I say, we started really well. I thought we was doing okay. We looked really good with Antonio, sort of having some chances, and Arnautovic was bursting down the wing at times. But I don't know, 28th minute, guys, just killed. It changed the pattern of the game, didn't it? It really did when Antonio sort of, I don't know whether he pulled up or I don't know, he just didn't go for the ball, and then he, I don't know, just changed the game for us. He went off, Carroll come on. At that point, we should have gone 4-4-2, really. It should have been, obviously, Carroll, I agree with him coming on. But I think maybe one of the centre-halves should have come off at that point and then just try a different sort of style. But it wasn't to be. Carroll come on, Hernandez went onto the wing. And, I don't know, we just sort of went flat. I don't know, just we didn't look as good, should I say. And then the goal came, Andy Carroll mix up, just, he did what you're taught not to do. He played it back into the middle of the park when he should have really just tried either to pass it backwards or a little clip over, but it just wasn't the case, was it? Carroll, huge mistake, gives the ball to Ericsson on the halfway line. Everyone's out of position, the ball is fed to Dele Alli. Dele Alli breaks past the defence, and Kane, easy header, 1-0 down. It sort of, I don't know, the atmosphere sort of went a bit numb after that, didn't it? And then, a few minutes later, 38th minute, Kane again, we was falling apart, we really was. I don't know, just poor, really poor. We just couldn't get to grips with Ali and Kane in that first half. A lot of people were very close to walking out at that point. Half time 2-0. We needed a quick goal, and a quick goal did come, but the wrong way. It was Christian Eriksen, and at that point we really did think it was game over. He slots in. It was a good finish, from the edge of the box, but no. At 3-0, a lot of people went home, and I thought it was game over at that point. I really did. But lo and behold, we did, we got ourselves together a bit. Hernandez, nice poacher's goal. Font flicked on from a corner, and Hernandez was there, boom, with a goal. A little bit of life in the stadium again, the stadium come alight again. And it looked like maybe, just maybe, we could do something. And, a few minutes later, 69th minute, even more of a turning point that could have pushed us over, was Sergio Ayew got his second yellow card. Nasty tackle on Andy Carroll from behind. He got away with a few though early. He had at least 3 or 4 before he even got booked, so he was well overdue the red, in my opinion. I know that's coming from a West Ham fan, but well overdue the red. He went off, galvanised us again, lifted the fans, and then literally a few minutes, it took about 10, 11 minutes later, it was 3-2, wasn't it? Great run. When Masuaku come on, he was really busy. They weren't giving him the ball enough, though. He needed the ball early so he could just get involved. Did some lovely running, crossed the ball in, rose like a salmon was the saying on BBC. Chiatti, up he goes, boom. It's 3-2. The stadium's rocking at that point. You can feel Tottenham's nerves, but I don't know, we just wasted possession. We just couldn't make it count, Ref had a bit of a nightmare. People were jumping on me a bit on Twitter for saying we was unlucky. We was unlucky in terms of how we picked ourselves up and didn't get ourselves to 3-2. Listen, we wasn't unlucky how we ended up getting 3-0 down. That was just poor individual errors again. And at points we looked out of the game. But when we did galvanise ourselves, started playing with a bit of fight, we were unlucky. I don't think anyone can take that away. I don't want to be too negative. There was some good performance. Zabaleta did play very, very well. And then there's just constant running. Antonio looked really, really good until he got injured. So it was really unfortunate. And I hope that's not a bad one, because that's just one of those players you don't need injured, because we lost everything. We had no pace, and that was the big issue. When we got the ball, we was too slow in turning it over and recycling it and getting. We was just like pass left, pass right, pass left, pass right. But there was no ping, like they were playing long ball, but there's no pace. That's what you need, Antonio. And like I say, Masuaku should have come on earlier, because he does have a bit of pace and he does have a trick. Not everyone's cup of tea, but I really do like Masuaku. Yeah, the last real talking point of the game. Obviously, Kane did it to post as well. But there was some really kicked off at the end. Sort of like a 21-man brawl on the pitch. A few yellow cards went flying. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed with the result. I thought we'd have a better showing throughout the 90 minutes, not just like the last sort of 20, 30 minutes of the game. But no one can take away. It was entertaining. It was an entertaining London derby. The Tottenham fans have come out, oh, you don't mean nothing. It's a nothing game for us. It's just another game. Trust me, they were sitting there enjoying it, and they're going to relish in that win, beating us. Where does it leave us, guys? Well, I'm filming this just as the 3 o'clock games have finished, guys. So bear with me just while I get the table up. We're 18th, I think, and then on 4 points. So the Swansea game's a big game again. It goes back into that. It's a big game again. Listen, we're not expected to beat Tottenham. Form does go out the window in that game, as I've said many, many times this week. But on paper, we're not expected to beat Tottenham. But yeah, the Swansea game's massive. Now, just looking at the stats, guys, 49 to 51. Like I say, very 50-50. We had 10 shots there, 15. 4 on target for us, 5 on them. 20 fouls for them, 10 for us. But yeah, we just couldn't handle Kane. And you can't give, as much as we don't like the guy, you can't give goals like that to Harry Kane. You can't let Dele Alli have that sort of freedom of play, and people like Eriksen will just rip us to pieces if you're going to gift it to him on a plate. Yeah, so we move on to the Swansea game. My man of the match today, I think you've got to give it to someone like Chikorita. I think he's been fantastic. He did get the man of the match today. I thought Zabaleta was excellent as well, putting a real shift. Winston Reid, up until, to be fair, because the goals wasn't his fault, he was immense. He really bullied Harry Kane at times, winning the headers, getting his body in front of the game. So yeah, I'm not too downhearted. The reason if I am downhearted is purely because it is Tottenham. But there was some fight there, there's some character there, and it's a shame. It's a shame that it's individual errors again that's cost us. We'll be back with a podcast, guys. See if we're going to be filmed on Wednesday or Thursday. We're still deciding. So if you've got any questions, get them in, guys. Let me know your opinions on the game. I'm the first to be on Mark Noble's back, but I have to say I thought he played quite well today. He put on a good shift. So there you go, Noble lovers. I'll give you a Noble bit of praise today. But yeah, I'm not going to sit here being too negative and too depressed. Going to the Swansea game. Let's turn things around and carry on. Until then, come on you irons, keep believing. Let's go.